So I've had a couple of people contact me recently asking about the channel and when the next video will be. The truth is that I've been quite busy recently with work and family commitments, and I've not really had the chance to edit a video, which I try to do to a sort of reasonably high standard. And I smashed my MacBook Pro screen, which just makes it that little bit more difficult, although I can connect it to a monitor. So that being said, I will be active next month, I think a lot more, and hopefully get back into the swing of things. But I did promise you a few weeks ago a rundown on what the Allegro had done to it the last time it was at the garage, and that kind of went by the wayside. So I'm going to quickly read the list by lamplight whilst I walk this dog. So it's quite a long list of things, actually. So the labour was £42.50. There was a windscreen surround repair, that was £50. Tyres cost £47.95. Front brake pads £21.89. Petrol £1.28, strangely. So they must keep a supply at the garage. Wheel nuts £1.75. Oil filter £6.85. Sorry about the atrocious filming. I just don't have any time right now. Oil 2050 5 litre, £23.99. More petrol, this time £10. Obviously that was at a gas station. If you'll forgive the Americanism. And then labour 262.50. Is that another labour, or is that just the total? Parts 121. Okay, that's so that's just labour and parts. You can maybe see there for yourself. So the total was 461.24. Now I don't know if I read out in that list the steering rack, but it should be in there somewhere. Oh yeah, I paid for that separately. I bought it off eBay. In fact, I bought two just for the fun of it. The dilemma there was that not my dog, the steering rack I acquired first was for a Series 2, and I'm quite a purist where I can possibly be. I want the car to be completely original, but needs must. I couldn't get hold of a one at first. The difference, I'm told, is the number of steering turns. So the steering 2 rack should be, presumably they changed it to make it better. In fact, the list of things that were done to the Series 2 is a surprisingly long one. You won't see it in the brochure, but they did lots of small things to improve it. So, I've got the worst iteration of the Allegro by some distance, and I have to say I'm totally fine with that, because I think that's, part of the fun. And, it's a 3-chapter story, isn't it, the Allegro? Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, they're all special in their own way. Would there were Chapter 4, but it wasn't to be, unless you count the Maestro. So, yeah, I will be back making the same kind of videos. I do actually have a backlog that I just haven't been able to edit because of said reasons. But actually, sneak preview, the Allegro is not with me at the moment. Now, as you are probably aware, I likely wrecked the starter motor. I'm not kidding when I say that my idea of getting a car to start was learnt from faulty towers. And even my mother, when I showed her that video, she immediately said, "You're flooding the engine." It seems like everyone knows it except me, but I know it now, so there you go. So yeah, there'll be another one of these soon with more stuff on it and more repairs. It wasn't just the starter motor, but you know, that's another video. I also have a new daily driver, but I regret to say it's not it's a Mercedes, because it's actually cheaper to buy a cheap run around Mercedes than it is a decent second-hand British car these days. I guess I could have gone for a Rover, you know, whatever the Rovers, the last Rovers were, but you know, there just weren't any around at the time I was looking to buy a car, and I just did it on a whim. So I'll see you all soon.